I can't really stream. I'm doing it on here, my YouTube channel. It's kind of a throwaway channel, really. Um, but I want to get into just a bit. Now, when I think about detention centers and children, I think whole lot of shit comes in my head. I'm thinking about how the Aborigines were separated from their families. I was thinking about slavery. I was thinking about the Jewish Holocaust. And now I'm thinking about this. Now, I understand it's a tragedy and all that. This is just a few of my thoughts that I wanted to think about. As far as the quite honest, really, they're where they're from. Majority, I'm gonna probably say if you come over the border, then they're probably most majority are Mexicans or maybe Salvadoran, something like that. If you look, I think children, most of them might be Mexicans, really, because of where the borders are. So that's the closest Spanish-speaking country, a few hundred miles. That in Cuba. But here's the thing: when I think about this, I said, why are all these immigrants coming over here? Why are the immigrants coming over to countries to where? And I find this, and this might be the case for these migrant children and their parents who are seeking a better life. Okay, so here's the thing: when you have a country like let me talk about the UK for a second. The UK has the same problem that the US does. They have too many immigrants coming into their country. They have too many non-British English-speaking people coming to the country and to seek a better way of life. But here's what the other side of the story that people are not going to tell you about immigrants and migration are the same countries that the UK has conquered. The same countries that these immigrants are coming from are the same country that possibly that the US, the forefathers of this country and their military forces have economically destabilized those countries. Like I'm assuming might have been Mexico. If that's the case, then it's like, well, no wonder why these people are coming over here, because you took land. We took it because might not necessarily be ours. And it's like, we did, I'm saying we because my ancestors do that shit, but there might have been some traitors among us, but and I'm saying this in a very abstract way, when we as a country take a people's land, kick them off and regulate them to a certain part of the hemisphere and said, don't come here anymore. This was Mexico, but fuck it, it's California now. That was New Mexico. Well, that's New Mexico over there. Yeah, it's going on a good day, but okay, we'll take Texas too. Fuck that. Hey, you don't get that either. Give me Idaho and Arizona. Matter of fact, give me the whole thing. Give me the whole shit. So are they coming back because basically it's the same thing? Something that did not a piece of land or resources that once belonged to an indigenous people is now taken away from them and now coming over to get it back. It's kind of like in a similar fashion of the UK, when the UK, United Kingdom, removed their membership from the European Union. Because there's too many Muslims over there. They didn't want them there. So they said, okay, we're not going to deal with you guys. We're going to do things our way, and we're going to get away from you. We don't want you there. We don't want the Arabs there. They got to go. The U.S. we removed ourselves as far as membership from the United Nations, because we don't want too many immigrants here. Well, if you don't want too many immigrants here, why are we taking? I'm thinking it's kind of coming back. You take something, deprive someone of something that was theirs, take it away for yourself, and then they come back to get it because they need it, because we might have been responsible for destabilizing that country over there, Mexico. And I'm just saying, I'm not like confirming anything, but I'm just like, if this is the case, and that was the case for America, kind of a similar fashion, they're coming back. So, and think of other immigrants from other countries as well. Like, this country is not perfect. There are wars that we cause division over to this day. We're coming over, getting other people's business just because we like a resource, we want a piece of land in the land grab, and all of a sudden, what's happening? Well, their country left in a mess. We caused a civil war there, and now we just kind of leave, take the shit, and say bye, and then wonder why the descendants of people coming back. It's because, well, we got all the resources over here, but we got it over there. They're over here, but it's over there now. That isn't. I mean, this should not surprise anybody. Just like UK has a problem right now. There are 14 Caribbean countries that, because of the British involvement, like the British royal family, like, and their military forces, way back in the days, 3 centuries ago, caused an economic collapse of those societies after the British imperialism started to wane down on, and they got out of the slave trade, and this caused generational financial deprivation for these Caribbean nations. And then it's no surprise that they'll go back to the countries from which their resources came from, right? To the US to get a better way of life, bringing the money back to their country. But the raw resource, could this be the same situation that we have for a lot of the migrant children coming over from like Mexico and El Salvador and Cuba and all these other places? If this is the case, we should not be surprised. So how dare we separate kids and have to worry about a whole bunch of people coming over where we're somewhere, so we're a military force, colonial times, or maybe a century or two ago, was responsible for destabilizing that country, taking it over, moving the indigenous people off their land, and then you wonder why they're coming back. It's like, it's a problem that we created for ourselves. It's a problem. It's a problem that it's like a hot mess. You know, it's like training. I don't even say use that as an example. It's a bad one, but it shouldn't be such a hungry, destitute, desperate, and people that need help. Migrants that need help running away from me because it's right, because, you know, the U.S. is right next to Mexico. It's the closest Latin country, but they might be from other places as well. For all I know, majority of these people could be from Ecuador. I don't know, but I'm just kind of assuming off the top of my head. If they're coming over, why? Why are they coming? What are they running? What are they trying to get away from? Now, it might be a corrupt regime where they are. You know, they're, you know, it might be some evil dictator in some, I don't know, Argentina somewhere. You know, I don't know. So, wait, if we're pushing them out of something that was theirs, then we shouldn't be surprised that they're coming back. Been coming back, legal or not. You know, so that's just my take of things. Let me know what you think. Damn it. There we go. There we go.